Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Shogun 2 Total War. Well, last time, we annihilated 3 gigantic Takeda armies. And as a result today, now that yes, I believe we've taken out the primary and most experienced armies of both the Hojo and the Takeda, I think we're now in a good position to consider pushing forward and taking some new territory. Because yes, the situation we're in right now is, I've got 3 pretty good armies right here in Bison. And sure, some of them are a tiny bit on the scruffy side, but yeah, it's autumn now, we're not going to be advancing into enemy territory during winter, so we'll recover for the next couple of turns. In spring, we're marching on. Though yes, possibly we shouldn't be sending all 3 armies down towards Harima and Kyoto beyond it. Instead, I think I'm going to split these forces in 2, because Ikko Ikki, they have been in more trouble than I was anticipating, so as a result of that, yeah. The weakest army, this one right here, I think you guys are going to mosey up northwards, join up with the forces at Inaba, and 2 stacks together should be enough to deal with the Ikko Ikki up north once and for all. And on top of that, of course, we could take Tajima, which appears to be a very large stone fortress or something similar. So yeah, that'll be a very good place to hold. And even better, those forces will actually be approaching Kyoto from the north. The 2 stronger forces, however, once they've recovered for a bit, they'll be marching southwards, past Harima, into a whole bunch of currently rebel-held territory. And yes, on top of that, we might just want to knock out this one minor faction who's been causing me some annoyance this entire time. Because yes, that's a reasonable but not spectacular army. Not particularly experienced, no armor, no improved melee attacks, nothing. So yeah, we should just be able to march through that without too much trouble. The Hojo, meanwhile, yeah, they're just clearly throwing together anything they can get their hands on. They're struggling. Once we take out this army, oh yeah, once again, a bit of a random army of just anything they could find. Yeah, they could be in a lot of trouble too. Oh, better and better. Can't help but notice that yes, we've got a ninja who's not sitting on top of 3 other ninjas and thus become completely immune to all forms of attack. So, Metsuke friend, could you, oh yeah, 70% chance. 0 cost, you just get over there, arrest that guy for committing, like, you know, ninja crimes and, okay, bare minimum, at least it didn't cost us anything. So, we'll try arresting him again tomorrow, it's fine. Still, keep on keeping on, because yes, it's possible the Ikko Ikki will decide to attack me before I can actually get a second army up there. As for the Takeda, not really expected to be, yes, seeing much from them anytime soon, though, every time I said, oh, okay. Hojo. Few more Hojo forces than I was anticipating. But honestly, that's fine. I think we are now ready to deal with them and... okay, so as it turns out, yes, the Ikko Ikki have decided to attack right now. So okay. We'll deal with that whole, you know, Hojo situation in a minute. For the time being... that is a lot of troops, I'll give you, including, oh dear, Lone Sword Ashigaru. Don't let the fact that Ashigaru fool you, those guys are vicious. They are, you know, every bit as good as proper samurai. And on top of that, right. The problem we've got here is, yeah, these 2 armies together have got, like, 10 units of archers. And this is not a big settlement, so, yeah, there's not really much space to hide from them. So, yeah, this could be a problem, actually. The one benefit we've got is, overwhelmingly, the actual infantry is just Yari Ashigaru. So, yeah, my samurai can cut through that pretty efficiently. But I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Honestly, I think I might just be about to be, you know, overwhelmed by way too much archer fire. And tragically, yeah, this place was just a 1 turn away from upgrading it to a tier 2 settlement. And then I would have had a lot more space to play with. Still, given I'm almost certainly about to lose, this is an interesting opportunity to, yes, raise a genius idea that I saw down in the comments, which is, someone mentioned, in the case of Dondabus cavalry, where they're amazing on the open field but can struggle a bit during sieges, why not just, like, you know, dismount them? because you can dismount any mounted troop in the game. Then they just function as infantry. And once they're infantry, but, you know, still armed with these ridiculous shotgun McGibbles, you can just put them on the wall. Then they benefit from the 60% reload bonus, and you know what, person in the comments? That is cocky genius! But yeah, I just need to figure out where to put them, because I don't want them being fired upon by archers, because their range is so low, they wouldn't be able to do anything in response. So, okay. Let's see precisely what's where, because if we're lucky, maybe all the bows will be coming from, oh yeah. I think that there is all the bows on that side, pretty much. Aside from 2 over here, so, right. There's going to be a ridiculous amount of fire raining down on this side of the base, but we do have, you know, several archers, including the bow samurai, to return fire, so that's not so bad, and yeah, we've got reinforcements that can move in too, but yeah, under the circumstances, I'm going to say that you guys can actually join up with these guys and just try and provide additional firepower to this front, given there's going to be a lot of archers coming this way. And you, buddy, can go right here. And as a result of that, shoot down on these losers as they approach the wall. So, okay, we'll see how this goes, but as I say, I'm just slightly concerned that I'm going to be overwhelmed. Though I will say, it is good that, yeah, these guys are spawning way down here, because that means it's going to be quite a long walk up the hill for them, so hopefully they'll be nice and tired by the time they get to the front. And here we go, we're immediately firing on these guys. Good. Can't do flaming arrows just yet, but straight away, lots of damage being taken. Activate flaming arrows, activate flaming arrows. You guys activate flaming arrows, you guys activate flaming arrows. So, okay. Bare minimum, we've immediately done some good work to these guys. This is a lot of fire we're raining down on them, and I see what you're doing. You're deliberately going a little bit further forward than you would do otherwise to try and get a shot at, yeah, the guys who are a bit more vulnerable. And meanwhile, excuse me, hang on. What happened to, wait. Why are the Dondabus cavalry down over here? Guys, what precisely the cock are you doing right now? This is... Okay, so, I'm not sure why precisely you decided you were going to walk out of the stronghold and go and take these guys on, like, you know, personally or whatnot, but I can't even say well done sarcastically. This is too incompetent for that. Right, we're going to have more people coming in, so just to prepare a lovely spear wall for all of them. That's fine. And yeah, then we just have more of them over here, more of them over here. I think we can survive against the first wave. It's the second one that's going to be the problem. And seriously, Dondabus guys, just get back inside, please. Like, anytime you're cooking ready, just don't do whatever stupid thing it is that you were doing, okay? Back inside, nice position, etc., etc., and, okay, they're firing on those troops, so we're dealing with these guys. And immediately the walls are, yes, being climbed. Not on this side, though, because, yeah, this is basically nothing but archers. So, okay. This side is fine. Probably best that, yeah, you guys just fall back to maybe this position over here, and we send a samurai unit to intercept them. So, one samurai unit right here. Same deal here, I suspect. So, yeah, you guys fall back. One unit ready to intercept all of you. And another here for them. So, yeah, at this point, it's time for my archers to fall back a bit. But, yeah, we're laying down a lot of fire on the Ikko Ikki right now. Their archers are taking damage. And right now, yeah, my guns haven't even started to be used. So, yeah, you guys just get into position over here. You guys are more like over here, so you can start firing. You guys just be ready to move wherever's necessary. But yeah, proper Naginata Samurai here, they could deal with these stupid losers. So you just get forward, hit them, because they're not in a spear wall right now. And also, does anyone need, like, you know, a bit of morale support or something? I think we're fine, and just about everyone's inside, yeah, the General's Radius McGibble. So continue firing on all of these losers. What happened to the Dondibus, by the way? Where did they end up? Okay, they did successfully make it back inside. Well done on that front, I guess. Right, just get them back while the samurai do their jobs here. But yeah, you guys should be torn apart by proper samurai. There's more proper samurai there. You guys just form up a nice thing. You guys just lay down the fire on these idiots. That is fine. So, okay. For the time being, we've got, yeah, a good bit of fire coming in from the sides too. That is Yari Ashigaru. Honestly, you guys could... Oh, hang on. This is actually looking better than I was expecting on this flank. Could send down some Katana Samurai just to... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to send down some Katana Samurai just to see if maybe, just maybe, we can mop up all of these guys. Because, I mean, there's more coming in. But this is going better than I was expecting, to be honest. Yes. So, okay. You guys are in trouble. You guys are being fired upon. Do we have more archers over here? Not really, but... Okay, once again, what's that over there? That's a lone sword. Don't like that. You guys just stay right here. Archers are being fired upon. You just get over to here. Straight into those guys. Straight into the center. While we just fire on them. If anyone's got fire arrows. No, that's a long time off being ready again. But yeah, you guys just get in over here. Hit these guys. Stop them from firing on us. And then at the same time, we can start firing on all of this nonsense. They're sending in all their cavalry at this point. Okay. I'm going to send in some Dondibus to be on the walls over here just to fire on these stupid losers. So, yeah, you should be doing a competent job at just dealing with all of these. You're going to be surrounded, which is not great, but... You know, you're surrounded by fairly flimsy stuff that's not particularly good at fighting. So that's positive. These guys are drawing up over here, which is not ideal. You guys are just being fired upon, which is fine. In fact, okay, hang on. What's coming in this direction? Oh dear, proper bow Ronin and everything. But I think there weren't quite so many bow folks coming from the second army, so... I mean, this would be going well if it wasn't for, yes, army number 2 that's still on its way. Okay. Get you guys back into position, please. That is fine. Get the bow samurai. Why are you guys, like, not on the wall? I don't know, but get you guys back on the wall, please. That is fine. Dondibus can be right here. And yeah, as soon as they are in position, they'll be able to fire down on some of these idiots, which will be lovely. We're firing down on you as well. That's good. This cavalry is going to not last too long. And then, oh yeah, oh flippin' yeah, that'll do. That'll cock-a-do. Oh my. Person in the comments who recommended Dondibus, yes, dismounted on the walls. Well done. Cocking a genius right there. So, okay. We're now doing some good work over here. My gunners are still mostly untouched, actually. You guys are wavering. There's some bows back here, which is not ideal. But yeah, we should presumably have, yeah, you guys are firing on them. I'd say, yeah, let's get to the actual guns coming forward. But we might be able to win this. Bare minimum, we could do so much damage that we can, yeah, come in afterwards and mop up without it being too much of a problem. So, okay. Now we are just raining a fire down on these idiots. Their archers are falling apart. They're also firing on their own troops and probably doing more damage to their own archers than they are to me, which is ideal. So, right, these guys are now in a lot of cocky trouble. As for the Dondibus, I'm going to move them just slightly around the corner so they can open a fire on, you know, all these troops, which will be hilarious. So, okay. You guys just keep firing, activate flaming arrows, etc., etc. But yeah, they're sort of coming all the way around the city at this point, which is Not ideal, but not terrible either. Because it means, yeah, these guys can just fire freely. So, right, get into position. Open fire on these stupid losers. Good, 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 good. So, right, you are taking a lot of caulking damage right there. That's the caulking firepower. Beautiful. So, okay. So far, they're struggling to actually get inside this city, which is ideal. This is going better than I was expecting. There is, however, a lot here, but it's also exhausted, which is very useful. So, okay, it might be much easier to break. If we could just find and assassinate their leader, that would be brilliant. But yes, at this point I'm going to move the Dondibus away from the walls because these guys are currently climbing into that position right now. Bow Samurai can stay where they are. That is fine. Because, yeah, we've got a bit of fire coming in, but the walls will be giving us some defense, which is good. You guys are climbing there, but you are exhausted. We've still got a good, solid amount of, yeah, Yari Ashigaru right there. Now, what I'm going to try and do is, yeah, catch some of these guys as they climb up the wall. Just leave a bit of a gap in my line so there can be a bit of a gunfire, which would be ideal. And on this side, yeah, we could try and do the same thing right there. Now, are you guys going to be trying to, yes, move around here as well? In fact, you know what? Let's get some of you guys into position right here to fire down on these losers. So Bow Samurai will do a perfectly good job continuing to fire. You're going to try and climb up, but that is fine. You're already broken, so just a charge forward. In fact, actually, don't charge forward. That might cause trouble. You might leave the city by mistake or something. We've got Machlok guys here. So, right, you guys just open a fire whenever there is an opportunity to do so. There we go, a gunfire. They're not going to enjoy gunfire. And then we have got flipping samurai right here as well. Dondibus cavalry are like... Okay, you guys are also here, so I feel like you should be firing. Like, you know, there's some enemies right in front of you, and you've got shotguns. So, anytime you're ready. Enemy right here. Okay, well, they're broken, so that's a positive. I think these guys might actually be cocking or falling apart, actually. Like, you know, they're just exhausted and struggling. So, okay, hang on. That is, yeah, just basic Yari Ashigaru. We do have bows here. I've got some more, yeah, guns over here. Just get them back over here to fire into the side of these guys. We've got more bows, but honestly, you guys aren't really doing much right now, so you guys get over to here. I think we're actually holding pretty well at this exact moment in time. This is sort of working. So, okay. Send these samurai in to back up this side. We've also got, yes, you. You claim you're firing at will. Not seeing much sign of firing, to be honest. But, on the other hand, yeah, I see you guys are trying to climb right now. What's here? That's just Bow Ashigaru. As the wall is now being climbed, pull them back, move into position, activate spear wall, so you have to walk into a spear wall. But it looks to me like actually they're kind of running out of steam here. I mean, bare minimum, we've got enough samurai to hold the walls basically indefinitely. So, okay. There's still a badly damaged general over there. This bow isn't really doing anything anymore. So pull you over to here, just to fire down on these stupid losers. I think we're doing okay. The moment they climb the walls, they immediately basically collapse. So, right, push forward with the spear wall. Start hitting them. We've got more Dondibus cav here. You guys get into position and fire down on, like, anyone that walks past you, though you're probably not going to be in range to deal with most of these guys. So, okay. You're not doing so hot. Do you have a shot at anybody? Well, you're reloading, suggesting somebody fired at some point, so that's good. You're now out of ammo, by the looks of it. This is the problem. We're now running out of ammo. So, right. Everybody who's got, like, any ammo left, there is no ammo left. Okay. If there's no ammo left, then what you should be doing is, yes, going and charging these guys who are also archers, because you'll be able to, you know, meet them pretty effectively one-on-one. So go and give that a go. And by the way, you get over here. I think you might be in a position to actually, yeah, do some good work there. Do we have any archers left? With, like, any... Oh, I'll tell you what. You've got guns with longer range than the Dondobus, and those archers have moved forward. So I suspect, actually, we might just be able to deal with that. Okay, I think we might actually be good. Like, on this side, they've got nothing left. They're just pushing on this side right now, but anything that climbs the walls immediately breaks, because that's what the Ikko Ikki are. They're huge numbers of not particularly strong units. And now at this point, they just don't have the flipping... Oh, yeah. Oh, flipping, yeah. There comes the gunfire. Right there. And there's the Dondobus fire as well. So, okay. They're now exhausted, under fire, unhappy in general. I don't think they can break what's left of my samurai. And here come my archers to charge into their archers because, honestly, you're out of arrows, so why not, I suppose? There you flipping go. Well done, lads. So, okay. At this point, I'm, yes, doing a flanking action with archers, because there's nothing else for them to do. And it's actually cocking working as well. So, okay, they have now broken and will probably not be back. So, yeah, just continue moving them around. The Dondobus, I see you guys doing amazing work right there. Well done. I suspect at this point... Is that the same unit of... No, that is not the same unit of Katana Samurai. I don't know what happened to them, but they appear to be dead right now, so that's fine. They did their jobs, damn it. So, okay. At this point, yes, there's nothing left, but... A few more Ikko Ikki, Yari Ashigaru. I think the generals are hanging back, but also I think possibly the generals have decided to just naff off. That they're pretty much done with this situation, so... oh, yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. This has actually gone very well. So, okay, get the guns back on the wall here so they can start firing down. And in just a moment, when you guys get into position... Oh, yeah. Oh, flippin' yeah. You're not going to be enjoying that, actually, so... continue Operation Archer Flank, I suppose, because for some reason, yes, this unit of Bo Ashigaru is just mopping up the entire cocking field, which is incredibly silly, but it appears to be working. You're just sort of hanging out here nearby to the walls, all by yourself, and that's also just working too. Well done, lads. And tragically, it would appear that, yes, Operation Archer Flank may have finally run out of steam. Those guys appear to be breaking and running for it, but... honestly, it doesn't matter. They kept a lot of people busy, and now their archers are so close to the walls that my guns can just fire down on them. They're in a huge amount of trouble. My samurai are just now free to wander out onto the field and start keeping these guys busy, while my gunners start just laying down a huge amounts of fire. Where are the Dondobus guys, by the way? Are you currently out of range of... everything? I think you might be, so... right, I'm going to bring you up over here... because I think that might be, yes, a better angle for you to shoot down on these stupid losers. So, yeah, we've got Samurai just fighting these guys as well. There's a few guys coming back who I think, yes, broke previously. But now they're actually coming back. So, yeah, just to put some more guns on the walls over there. But I think we've actually flipping got this. And I was not expecting to win this one. Oh, and there we go. The Dondobus are now in position, and bloody hell, I cannot wait to see how many kills the Dondobus have. Because it's probably something truly cocking ridiculous. Here come more guns, by the way. So, yes, we'll be in a position to open a fire on these losers momentarily. Beautiful. So, okay. I think at this point, yeah, they are completely 100% out of steam now. And there we go. The job is done. Bloody hell now, that was a victory. Tragically, a few units were completely wiped out, but I would say that was very, very much worth it. And you know what? I'm going to say I'm surprised it was only like 300 kills. The Naginata Samurai, meanwhile, just mowing down anyone who popped their head over the wall. Yeah, close to 500. So, they just naff off back to their own territory. Beautiful. And yes, I'm going to say, I am very, very happy with that win. So, okay, it's now winter. We don't want to be doing too much there. But what we can do is, yes, continue trying to apprehend. Finally, we've got that cocking ninja. So, right, another ninja has been taken care of. No, there's more of them up the road yet. Still, what we can do is, yeah, start this army moving northwards. Despite what just happened, I would prefer to, yeah, have a second army up here just to deal with all of this nonsense, because I don't know what else is hidden in the fog of war. You can see that, yeah, this is just a rebel territory right there. But there's definitely another territory belonging to these bastards down here as well. So, okay, just send a guy to keep an eye on this. Yeah, it'll be you right there. That'll be the town. So, okay. You now look very, very tired indeed. But I think, yes, maybe, just maybe, we should focus on training some new troops here. Oh, and also sending us some reinforcements in. We've got reinforcements up the road at Hojo. So, okay, hang on. What do you guys need precisely? No actual melee cavalry. Yeah, plenty of guns, plenty of bows. Probably just some frontline troops would be fine. They also did lose some bow samurai, so yeah, I'm going to send you guys all of that from Hoki. And those are good bow samurai too. I'm sending you the good stuff today. Oh, and look who's bloody back. It's the Honma with another cooking army. They are determined to land troops. So, no, you don't. Naff off into the ocean, please. Gosh darn it, I couldn't find him. He must be significantly far out at sea. So, okay, keep an eye on him. I now know, yeah, there's more trouble coming in. Also, I'm not showing every naval battle that happens, by the way. There's a lot of just, you know, little naval engagements happening all over the shop. Though, hilariously, this does mean my faction leader is just rising further and further up in rank. Right, give him a tiny bit more honour. And also make him the greatest admiral that ever existed, because why not? The bigger question is, yeah, now that the Ikko Ikki have attacked and miserably failed, do I still need 2 armies going up to Anaba to help out with Tajima? Especially given, actually, you know what, I've not actually got eyes on Tamba right now. I don't know how much may or may not be there. Because, yeah, what we've got is a full stack army in Harima. Then, not quite a full stack army, just in the open field behind them. Though, yeah, these are less experienced, less talented generals based on the number of command stars. Then, a small force here in Setsu that just took this settlement back from rebels. And yeah, this force over here just retook this rebel settlement. So you're up to 2 towns. And yeah, now all of a sudden the Hojo have got a bit more of a direct line at me. But I do have, at the beginning of, yeah, another army forming up over here at Sanuki. And yeah, not a bad army here at Bichu either. So, put all that together, that could be another full stack in no time whatsoever. Plus, next turn, we're going to, yes, quadruple the amount of No-Dachi Samurai available to my primary army. So yeah, give these guys a bit of a rest. Let's just see what the Ikko Ikki actually do, because, well, I could attempt to pursue them. Yeah, it's winter. I don't want to be caught in the forest in winter, because forests just eat your movement points like a nobody's business. I'll end up trapped behind enemy lines by mistake. The point is, these guys don't have a general. So, yeah, they're not even replenishing right now. I've also just realised, by the way, that yes, 2 highly experienced missionaries are just hanging out here in Bongo. Presumably because they got arrested and then released at some point, so... Okay, you guys just, like, you know, make your own way back to the front whenever you're ready, please. But yeah, keep on keeping on. It's about to be spring, and depending on, yeah, who moves where, it might be flipping go time. So okay, more flipping Hojo agents are moving up, and their armies are moving up too. That is a ballsy, good sir. You are just throwing that force away. And okay, more coming up too. Right, slightly mysterious actions by the Hojo there, but what have you. Still, better and better. This turn we've only had 1 act of sabotage, so at this point, yes, I'm basically just using my own cities as bait to lure out these stupid bastards so I can arrest them and ideally execute them one by one. So you just keep on with that, Metsuke friend. If we're lucky, we can just get you sorted out. Oh yeah, not just tried, executed as well. Beautiful. So okay, I think that's all the local enemy ninjas taken care of. So okay, step 1, looking up north here. There is really not much around Tajima. I feel like this army could just walk in and yeah, shoot these guys to death. Because I've got a good 7 units of fairly experienced archers here. And that army is not looking great at all. Yep, you know what? We're just going in. Send in the entire army. It's time for us to move on to Tajima. And okay, it turns out there was like, you know, an entire cooking full stack in the forest nearby. What I'm going to do is just maintain the siege. But actually, you know what? This guy here actually in the city. That is really not that much. Then, there's a giant part of troops who are very badly damaged. They're going to be the ones coming from, yeah, the southwest. And finally, 2 archers coming from the east. I think, if I just position my forces right, we can basically just intercept most of those before they even become a problem. And then once we're done with that, just bring all the archers to the front and rain a fire on the city. There is going to be nothing they can do to me. Oh, and look at this. This is a much bigger settlement than I was expecting. Just tiers and tiers and tiers of defences. Lovely. So yeah, don't worry about that for now. Let's just stay focused on what we know. Problem is, I know the main force, the really battered one, that's coming from this direction. But I don't know precisely where it's going to spawn in because, yeah, there's like rocks everywhere. So that's not ideal. Right, just line up a bigger force around here. We will catch them as they come in. That's fine. The Yari Cav, meanwhile, given, yeah, their power is in a big old charge, they just go over here, form up into a wedge formation, because why not? And then, yeah, basically I'm expecting 2 archers to be coming in from somewhere over here. So, right. Let's see precisely what's going on. Where are you guys? Where are the reinforcements coming from? Well, I see some forces over there, so right. Due south, as opposed to where I was expecting, which is not ideal, but okay. You guys just form up and rotate over in this direction. You'll still be well out of range of anything. That is fine. And then, yeah. Where are those archers, precisely? They should be coming from somewhere over here, though. Why are they over there? What the cock is going on with the archers over there? The archers were not over there! Oh, hang on. That's the main force. Wait, I'm getting confused, apparently. These might be the archers coming from... those were the archers! Okay, sorry. Right, we're getting a tiny bit mixed up here. That's fine. You guys just start moving in this direction. That's A-okay. As for, yes, this force... It turns out, yes, that mountain being in the way has slightly screwed you over. So you guys just move in this sort of a direction. We've got to catch these guys as they start moving, yeah, towards the city. So, okay, you just start moving like that. That is fine. And then, yeah. These cav, they'll still be in a good position to catch these stupid archers. So, right. You guys just move in that direction. That is fine. There's no chance in hell you're making it to the city. So yeah, that's 2 archers taken out. And nice and easy. No worries, friend. And yeah, you guys just... Okay, would you mind, like, speeding it up a little bit? Just everybody, like, run. This is kind of urgent. We need them to not make it to the city. So, right. Keep on keeping on. You are going over there. That is fine. You might, yeah, slam into the side. Yari Cavalry. Very, very good flipping charge bonuses. So, yeah, that initial impact is hugely powerful. And, yeah, it looks like their army is making slow progress. So, right. We are moving into position to launch an attack on you stupid bastards. Boashigaru has not yet turned to fire. Good. And then you just move over to here. Slam into you momentarily. And here comes the impact. Oh, wavering straight away. I flipping love it. So, right. You've actually been broken. Good, 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 good. And now your friend nearby to you is broken, so you don't like that. In come the horses. That charge bonus is sexy as anything. Okay, so you're basically dead now. Good, 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 good. So they're not going to be a problem anymore. Spot on. What's going on over here? By the way, just to be careful, we don't get, like, you know, too nearby to their walls, and thus they can start firing on me from the walls. That would not be ideal. So, yeah, just keep on keeping on over here. Stay away from the walls, please. Are they, like, all properly dead now? Definitely dead? I think they're all definitely dead. Right, come out of wedge formation. That's fine. Go and join, like, the rest of the army at this point. You could be, like, more use over there. That's fine. And yeah, it feels like this force here is getting a little bit confused. It doesn't really know what it wants to do, where it wants to go. It kind of wants to rush to the city, but it's also very aware there is a big army moving up towards it as well. So, step one, ignore the city, assassinate these guys. Because there are many weak units here. And if we just cause some of them to break, that'll mean, you know, the strong ones will break as well. Though my forces are getting a tiny bit on the tired side, I'll admit. So, okay. We're coming up on, yeah, a point where we meet. But I think we have officially cut them off from making it to the city. Which is precisely what I wanted to say. And even better, it feels like my cavalry are going to be able to rejoin this fight before it kicks off properly. So, yeah, this is all very good news. Right, everyone just rush forward. Do what you can, please. I see a handful of basic troops here. And we just fire on these guys. They are now charging forward. Good, 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 good. So, yeah, we'll hit them with some bullets. Where are the cav, by the way? You guys slam into, yeah, the bows. If you can just wrap up the bows, that would be ideal. That will probably also bait a couple of spears to try and intercept the cavalry, which would be ideal. And yeah, given so many of you are already so weak, go into flaming a shot straight away, please. And then samurai, just charge. We're not waiting for them at this point. We can just happily charge forward, though. No, that was not the right unit. You just stay where you are, actually. Stay where you are, thank you. Yeah, everyone else just charge up the hill. Let's cocking knacker them. So here we go. We have got cocking gunner fire. We have got lots of beautiful flaming arrows coming down here. They are going to... Oh, they've already basically broken, haven't they? Yeah, they're going to collapse. They're going to collapse in no time whatsoever. My cavalry just immediately rolls over these guys. You just turn in. Cavalry then becomes the classic hammer in the hammer and anvil technique. So, okay, just move in, slam into you. And yeah, as soon as one of them breaks, they will all break. So, wavering, being fired upon, not happy about life. Broken, broken, broken. And now we just wrap up the entire line. Beautiful. So, okay, that's the Ikko Ikki army already taken care of in terms of the reinforcements as they were supposed to be. Just to make sure, yeah, we ride them down, etc., etc. And range units, please move away, just in case you, like, you know, start shooting your own cavalry or something. Everybody just, yeah, move in this direction instead. Lovely. So, okay, with that done, on to the main castle, and I thought there were 2 units of archers, but I'm only seeing 1 right now. But honestly, that's fine. In fact, yeah, that's better. And if all we do is stay over here and just pepper these guys with stupid amounts of fire, yeah, we don't even need to approach the archery towers, so don't worry about that nonsense. And here we go. Deploy sacrificial unit whose job is to, yes, just eat the arrow fire. And then send forward all flipping bow units into firing range. But yeah, these idiots are designed just to die, so that, yes, no one important dies. You're actually going to go and shut these guys down, etc., etc. And in just a moment, yeah, you should be in position to open a fire on these guys. So, there we flipping go. If you guys want to use flaming arrows, you're more than welcome to do so. Right, just activate mega fire, etc., etc., and, oh, yeah. Oh, flipping yeah. That'll do the cocky job right there. So that's their 1 unit of archers going to be dead very, very soon indeed. You just stand here, etc., etc. You guys just clamber up the walls. Beautiful. But yeah, if we can just take out these archers, that's basically the job done. Right, my samurai have made it up onto the walls. Their job is just to kill these bowmen. If they're then driven off the walls thereafter, honestly, kind of don't care. That's fine. They're also going to bait everyone else forward into, you know, attacking range. So, that's my general forward, by the way, just to give a little bit of bonus McGibbles to all of this. But yeah, at this point, they're seeing units invading their territory, so they're going to try and respond. But in doing so, they're just going to walk straight into yet more cocking arrow fire. So, yeah, just to bring you forward, please. Then we just inspire these guys. Lovely. And then when the time is right, we activate rally. And then, yeah, these guys will basically just stand and fight forever. Now, actually, you know what? If you wanted to, you could do... No, you can't do stand and fight. Sorry, you've not actually got that ability. So, yeah, we're just basically raining down fire on all of these losers at this point. And, yeah, sooner or later, they'll be worn down. Though, hang on, where did that fire come from? There was definitely... I thought there was another unit of caulking archers somewhere. I knew I'd seen one of those. And, yeah, because this isn't the top tier of the fortress, units on this tier can actually break. And speaking of which, yeah, the second unit is already broken, so they are retreating. You are now no longer inspired, but that's fine. You can be rallied, and then, yeah, just go through it here. They're all broken. That 1 unit of a No-Dachi Samurai, albeit at a great cost, has basically won this fight all by itself. Now, you guys just go over here, take out the general, please, because, yes, you guys are actually very good at dealing with generals, cavalry, etc., etc. I'm pretty sure he's just broken immediately, too. So, okay, is that literally everybody that's now broken? Because if we're lucky, that might be a victory, right? Though, no, I think someone just got up to the top tier and thus didn't break. Never mind, I think they, like, unbroke, turned round, came back down onto the lower tier, saw their friends routing, routed again, but were no longer on the upper tier, so therefore I won. You know what? I'm willing to take that. I'm going to say this is another good victory against Ikko Ikki. Oh, look at those numbers. That is beautiful as anything. And a good 500 kills apiece for the Yari cavalry. Those guys are vicious. Right, so the side armies obviously go down, aside from you. We could bring back a minor faction right now, but we're not going to be doing that. Instead, yeah, that town is now going to belong to me. There's also 61 guys over here. Deploy the Dondabas Cav, though tragically backed up by the rest of the army too. Right, that's you properly dead. Good. And yeah, there's another stronghold just next door. But this one is currently held by just some random rebels. So, okay. We need to go and deal with that, but we should just be able to walk in and take them out too. That's not really a problem. As for Christianity levels around here, hang on. Not great. Right, the priest can just stay here for a bit. And on top of that, yeah, I'm going to demolish these here stables just to make room for a proper church. Still, what we are doing, in fact, hang on, have we actually finished on this occasion? Yeah, I think we've now denied the Ikko Ikki any ports to the north of Japan. So, okay. No more Ikko Ikki ships coming from this direction. Though due to their weird-shaped empire, yeah, I think they've probably got at least 1 port down here somewhere. Right, back on the main front, however. Just trying to convert these Metsukes if we get lucky, and not on this occasion, but you are only a 1-star priest, that's not too surprising. Speaking of which, yes, keep the good priest moving in the right direction, please. But okay, let's put some thought into, yes, my principal army at this point. because it does feel out of place that we've got multiple Bow Ashigaru still in here. And, yes, here we go. We've got Bow Samurai we could partially replace them with in the secondary army. So, yeah, just to transfer that over. So, 2 Bow Samurai, good. 3 Gunsies, fine. Guns can be very powerful. But you know what? Both of those can actually go back to Bison. We've got 1 unit here that's actually got, yeah, bonus to accuracy. Then, hand over the 2 units that are No-Dachi here. So, yeah, that is a really, really good damn hitting power. Trade out to maybe 1 flipping Katana Samurai. So, okay. Then you could join here. Lovely. And yes, as a result of that, you are now a much, much stronger army for going out onto the field, etc., etc. So gonna just mosey in this direction. I'm gonna be honest, buddy. I'm surprised you're willing to do this. Oh, and hilariously, this is their new daimyo. He's only got 2 stars, bless him. So yeah, today I'm gonna be using a much more aggressive formation than usual. So yeah, we've got nothing but Katana Samurai on the front line because, you know, they can stand and fight, but they're also pretty good defensively. We're just going to be charging forward and hitting the enemy with them, primarily to pin them. Over on one front, we've got all of my gunners, who are just going to move around the side and open fire. On the other side, we've got all of the No-Dachi. So their job is to, yes, just move forward and then do a big, ridiculous flank. Because they're basically just like, you know, cavalry, but without horses. And speaking of my cavalry, yeah, they'll just go wherever's needed. Now, big question, are you guys actually going to try and hold this little hill that exists inside your area? Or are you going to try and march on me? Okay, looks to me like they've decided to, yes, play this defensively. Including, oh bless you, Yari Ashigaru in Spearwolf formation. I mean, it's good, but at the point where I'm just bringing entirely samurai armies, no. This is not the right time for these guys to be the front line. They should really be relegated to guarding the flanks from cavalry. Okay, we're pretty close to them. I think their archers are now moving forward to try and do some good work. So, yeah. In which case, we're not just skirmishing with these guys. We don't have that much in the way of range. For once, we're just rushing in to absolutely cocking annihilate them. So, okay, we're coming under a little bit of fire, but that is fine. We can take that. It's not going to be a problem. Because, yeah, what these guys are doing is basically just eating a few shots so my real troops can get into position. These guys aren't the killers. They're just the distraction, and also the guys who are going to pin you in the right place. So, yeah, just get the No-Dachi into a good position here. Then just get the flipping Don to burst around the side. You guys just charge in. You guys charge in as well. Then just hit these guys in the flank, etc., etc. And, yeah, these guys over here, they're going to collapse in no time whatsoever. Especially once the Dondibus starts doing its job. So, okay. That flank is looking very, very good, though. Hang on. What's going on over here? Oh! Okay. My Katana guys are being attacked by some other good cavalry. So, you guys just get over here and assist with that. Sorry, missed you guys doing that right there. And yes, my other gunners can just move up to this sort of a position. That's a-okay. But yeah, if you guys would just turn and fire on the enemy, I would appreciate it. That would be good. So yeah, you guys just like, you know, open a fire on any cavalry that you can see. There we go. That's good. That's very good. They won't enjoy that in the slightest. They'll take care of you. Meanwhile, over on this flank, beautiful. Just to get the Dondibus cavalry into a good position. These guys are, yes, not particularly happy about being attacked from every side. My Katana Samurai doing a perfectly good job here, though. Honestly, I would have expected, yes, these guys to collapse a bit more by now. But okay. You guys are now falling apart. You guys are in a position to open a fire on these bow users. The general's coming in too, but that is fine, because guess who's also coming in this direction? It's the anti-cavalry cavalry. So, yeah, basically, this was a trap. I kind of knew the general would see these exposed gun units and come for them, but I've got my own spear cav right here to intercept him. So he'll die momentarily. The moment he's dead, yeah, the entire line will just collapse because they are not happy when there's no general. So yeah, he's just falling apart. Beautiful. Archers just firing at the rear here. May as well take out, yeah, these bomb throwers and whatnot. But yeah, it looks like over on this side, the situation is going very, very well indeed. Oh yeah, I think the general may have just died, because all of a sudden, everybody seems to be collapsing. So, right, cavalry, just to charge up the hill, finish these losers off, etc., etc., and there we go. Joel flipping done. Though, I will admit, we have taken more damage than I was expecting, but that's fine, because the entire point of where this fight took place is I get ridiculous and ludicrous amounts of replenishment inside it. So yeah, a few knocks, but honestly we did a lot more damage than we took, which is fine. Plus, every victory gives us more and more experience making our units stronger and stronger. And there we go, another daimyo is dead as well. So okay, sooner or later, they'll, like, you know, learn a valuable lesson about not attacking us. Plus, the fact you're a bit damaged doesn't really matter because, don't forget, we've got a second army coming in right here who can just, you know, advance a little bit, but still be in a reinforcement range of the first army. Speaking of armies, by the way, now that we've officially locked down Tajima, and the Ikko Ikki army seem to have been dealt with, this army I was sending northwards most definitely doesn't actually need to go that way. So you guys just mosey down south as well. Beautiful. There we go. 3 armies are ready to advance. Still, I would say with the Grand Tomo army now on the move, how about we call it a part there? But next time... Right. I think the Hojo really do not have even close to enough to stop me rolling straight over Harima and on to Setsu. And once we made it to Setsu, yeah, Kyoto is literally in sight. And just in case I don't know what I see, we've got even more armies up here in Tajima, ready to swing down and join up as well. So, right, that's 4 armies moving in the direction of our ultimate objective. And at the same time, plenty more troops being trained as well. We have got lots more armies coming in too. So, oh yeah, I think the ball is about to start rolling, kicking off the momentum that might lead all the way to the flipping gates of Kyoto. So hopefully you join me next time for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerds, and this has been the delightful Shogun 2 Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
This guy's enjoying that. This guy's enjoying his elephant a bit too much.
Oh my god.
In Fair Verona, we set our scene. Oh my god, Becky, look at her butt. It is so big.
They've managed to glitch inside one of the buildings. Elephants in the rear! And then in come the chariots!